Sims game. So, worth paying $40 for? I would say no way. The basements and the skills that it gives you aren't worth that much, and the adventure mode is not going to be for everyone. And with the first stuff pack coming out in February of 2010, hopefully the lack of new items will be taken care of, because all those downloadable ones online do not count. World Adventures does give someone looking for more of a role-playing experience something to do, and learning the new skills and secret items can be fun. I would say the expansion is probably worth about $25. Really, that's kind of what I paid. You see, the game actually comes with $10 worth of sim points to use in the Sims store. I guess that's supposed to make you feel like you're paying less, but I would have just much rather than taking $10 off the price to begin with, instead of giving you worthless virtual points. The expansion has its charm, but in my opinion, it just costs too much for too little charm. Unfortunately, I don't see it going down in price anytime soon, because these expansions never do. So, you will need to make the call to buy it or not yourself.
Yeah, I was saying,
would buy a lot more. It would rate much higher against the pound and the American dollar, etc.
Well, I mentioned to Angela that I've got my
and we can argue about it forever.
Rates rebate.
I'm just interested in opinions.
What do you want me to do with it? And
but
she said, oh, well, give me a few minutes, a couple of days, and I'll just go through and
Robin, good morning.
Your earnings and all the rest of it. And then she rang me back the next day and found what she found. She told you what she found. Well, I'd had a suspicion that you were treating yourself to things for quite a while, ever since you came back. Those shelves, anyway, you know, you bought one lot and then they were no good, and I don't know what you did with it.
So where would you like
you gave them away for firewood or something, didn't you? And you just went and got another lot because you could use my card. Anyway, that's irrelevant. But a couple of things that stunned me that you've been buying. The likes of jewellery and all this. Now I think this is to enhance your double standard of living.
Hang on, that's between you and Victor. Let's put that aside, because the jewellery is all from the $2 shop. So that's irrelevant to this, what we're talking about.
But anyway, it ties in.
Yeah, but it's completely irrelevant because that's between you and Victor. You should have thought of that when I was 4 years old. Let's talk about something else.
Who's Victor?
Victor Peters, that raised me as a girl.
Is what people vote for in a democracy.
Well,
that's separate issue.
How the hell would he raise you when you were our son?
I was over there more than 46. It's all in the documentary. At 44 Selwyn Crescent, I was one of 4 kids that were part of what's called the North Shore Pedophile Club. Now these pedophiles, they came to the house at 44 Selwyn Crescent. They might have paid money or whatever to have sex with us children. And I, for some reason, was singled out by him and another man to be dressed as a girl when they were raping me. So that's a psychological issue that's completely separate to what we're talking about.
Well, I had no knowledge of what was going on. I was never put in the picture ever. If Mum knew, she never told me. And you never mentioned anything. This is the first time I've ever heard of this. But anyway, I know what you're into with this cross-dressing and all the rest of it. What I'm going to do is forget about what you've helped yourself to. I want you to save that money up for the running of your car. I'm not going to finance it anymore. It's totally over to you. And I would take this as your turning point in your life, to put your life right with God and to abhor that which is evil.
Yeah, but that's between you and Victor. You should have thought of that when I was 4 years old, and I was raised as a girl. please, let's have that argument another day. We're just talking about the money today.
No, well, we're not talking about the money. I'm not worried about the money.
Okay, I have to cover myself with the money first. So let's cover myself.
Well, the money is covered.
With the money. No, I have to do this because the next time this happens, I have to have a piece of paper here with you signing it saying what you're accusing me of. Okay? Is that all right?
I'm not wrong. You do not understand.
What I'm accusing you of.
Yeah, so let's start with the basics.
I never accused you of anything.
No, it's okay. It's okay. We're just going to make a list. And I'm going to show you what the money that Angela's worried about is. Okay? Is that cool? Is that all right?
No, that's gone.
Yeah, but can we do that? Because I need to cover myself in case this happens again.
Over this particular issue, numbers here, numbers there.
Is that all right?
Get your life on track. Use this as your turning point with God, and abhor that which is evil.
No, that's between you and Victor. That's a different argument. Different, another day.
That which is good.
No, that's between you and Victor.
And
let's.
And as from now, I don't want to see any apparel.
That's between you and Victor.
Look,
we're not talking about that. You should have raised me as a boy and told him to raise me as a boy. That's your fault, not mine.
We did raise
I
you.
was a child.
Look, we did raise you
So
as a boy.
let's ignore that conversation.
And God gave us a son, a male.
That went next door and was sexually abused and raised as a girl. So how are you getting around that?
Look, listen, if you knew it was wrong, you should have smacked him in the face and said, look,
4-year-old children...
I'm going to tell my dad about this.
4-year-old children that are raised as girls over a period of 15 years...
Who the hell were these?
Don't know it's wrong.
Who the hell were they?
So there was Victor, there was his, what we call Papa, his grandpop or whatever, and there was random men. I didn't know any of them. I was just a baby. I was a kid. So anyway, we're sidetracking. So let's start.
No, that's my only concern. I'm not going.
Let's start with this Cowboys.
I'm not going with any. What Cowboys?
So let's start with the Cowboys. That was $200, wasn't it?
For the hedge?
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's I'm being blamed for that. Okay.
No. We wanted 300
Ray
to cover that and Ray.
Yeah. Okay. Ray was what?
For the
Ray was 150.
No. Well, we drew 300. I asked you to draw.
I drew 300 and a $50 note.
Yeah, but you drew 600.
So that's 300 and 150. And then when Daniel cut the hedge a few months back, that was what, $60 I drew out?
Yeah.
Daniel, so that's 60. And then when Ray painted the house,
yes.
How much was that I drew out?
It was 800, wasn't it?
So 800. And 200 of that I used to pay for the rego on the car. So there we go.
No, you did that separate.
Well, whatever, it's irrelevant. You said you paid me in inverted commas.
Yeah. I gave you the card to go and pay for it. That wasn't taken out of what you drew out of the hole in the wall or however you drew it.
No, remember I kept 200 in that envelope, and then you said you were going to pay me for my help, so you gave what was left in the envelope to me, which was $200.
Right.
So I used that to pay the rego a month later.
No, you didn't. No, I gave you my card.
Okay. All right. So that was 90.
Anyway, you know where I stand on this.
Yeah, but see, this is a separate issue. When you were raising me as a boy, you should have protected me from the sexual abuse that was happening at 44 Selwyn Crescent. Remember, there was 4 or 5 other kids involved in this, and it was all going on under your nose.
Yeah,
so there's a lot of...
But when a man is away 8 hours a day at work, when he comes home, he's mowing lawn and maintaining the house.
Yeah, so why...
Through the day...
The question is, you let me be raised as a girl,
No,
and now you're clamping down on me.
I did not let you...
That's confusing.
I did not raise you as a girl or let you raise. This is the first I've ever heard about it, because if Mum knew about it, she never mentioned a word to me about it. But I knew you were always a little bit, when we went camping, David and Mark would bung into the shower with me, but you were different. There must have been something wrong. But if you knew, you must have known it was wrong.
Children don't know. When they're being sexually abused, they think it's normal.
No, they do know, because I'll tell you something that nobody else has heard. When I was in boarding school, I was approached by an older boy, and one night he came and jumped into my bed, and I thought he was frightened, you know, something. But then he started fiddling with me, and I gave him a whack, and I said, "Hey, what are you up to? You know, this is not right. If you don't go back to your bed, I'm going to report you in the morning." He tore off. I said, "No, if you ever do it again," I was a bit older than you. I was about 9 or 10 then, but I didn't know. I mean, I really hadn't heard anything about it, what he was doing. But as soon as he started, I knew. A week later he came back, so I gave him another whack, and I don't know what time it was, early morning. So the next morning I went and told my monitor, Dudley Moore. I remember his name. Dudley,
like the actor.
No, not the actor.
Like the actor.
Well, same name as him, yeah. There were two brothers, Tommy and Dudley Moore. Dudley was the monitor for the dormitory. Was in 2 or 3 sections, the young ones, and then the intermediate, and then the seniors had wasn't blocked off, but it was all the seniors were in there, all the monitors and the prefects and things. I told him, and he must have gone and told the headmaster, and the headmaster told the principal, and he got expelled, the boy. And I knew he was up to something bad,
I can't call this morning, but need to have my say.
and I yelled.
Every part of this country wants.
Well, I didn't yell because I would wake up the whole school.
They want to control how
But I told him off, and I gave him a whack and get away, you know.
We say in loud letters, "I'm sick of it.
So,
Get out of our lives."
anyway,
Or as I would like to say,
that's all in the past.
Get out of our
I
lives.
feel
I've always voted National, as you may recall. No, I
This
don't.
could be your turning point in your life.
So who now?
It is.
No one. We have
To-
no liberated party.
To quit,
No, not quit. No, you don't understand.
yes, I do.
It's a spiritual matter, so only Jesus Christ can set me free, right?
Yeah, well, this is what I'm saying.
So
Yeah.
until we talk it through, there can be no healing or mending. Do you see that?
An anti-establishment party.
Without this healing process, I can't be set free.
That's what you want.
You can go to Jesus.
Do you don't know this, but every pastor over the last 20 years that's tried to heal me of this has either ended up trying to have sex with me or have totally gone off the rails. So Jeff and I, he's the only one that knows about all these pastors and things, and so the only way that God has been working through this process is by staying away from men, just completely staying away from pastors. And God's been able to do a lot of breakthrough up to this point, which is why I've come so far over the last year. But you see, you need a complete healing from the inside out. And So being raised as a girl from the age of 4 to the age of 16,
We'll do the rest.
he has to undo all of that. You can't just expect God to go, done.
The tile depot 20 to 50% off sale.
I think you could make a start yourself.
I can't do anything.
Yes, you can.
It's like being on drugs. If you can imagine someone that's alcoholic or on drugs or a gambler,
It's a different thing.
they have no control. There's this inner desire that's getting them to do it over and over again. It's an
It's a
addiction.
different thing.
And only Jesus Christ can break that addiction.
Yes, I know.
Oh no, don't pay through the
And
nose.
I've got, so you don't know how many people I've got praying for you for the situation.
Oh, it's okay. We have sessions down in Rotorua where you just get soaked in the Holy Spirit.
Yes, but
That's done a lot more.
from what I can see, you've been going down there for a fancy dress with all your regalia and things.
Well, I wouldn't do that at home, yeah. But you see, you don't, yeah.
You could start there.
No, I can't start. No. You're,
Right. All this lot is going in the rubbish, or it's going to be burnt and finished.
now, many churches have done that, and what have I done the next day after each church has done that?
Gone out and bought
Gone
some
out and
more.
bought more,
Yeah,
see?
that's because
So
you
you
got-
need a healing.
Because you got no willpower.
You need a healing from the inside
You've got no willpower.
to be totally set free of it.
Yeah.
Like being on drugs, again. It's an
Yes,
addiction.
But you've got to do your part too.
I can't
If
do
you-
anything.
Yes, you can.
Now,
You can
how
do
many
all
times-
things through Christ who strengthens you?
How many times have the church taken, all that woman stuff and thrown it out? And what have I done the next day? I've gone back and bought more.
Yeah, because you're not
So only Jesus Christ.
You're not abiding by the word. You know the word, but you don't live it.
Yeah, but that's the same with your temper. You know the word. You never abide by it. So
I
let's.
can do all things through Christ who strengthens
Okay, you
me.
become a nicer, calmer person through Jesus Christ who strengthens you.
Yeah.
How's that? Same argument.
No, it's not the same argument.
It is.
No.
Which is worse, being an angry man yelling at his wife for 30 years or dressing up as a girl?
Dressing up as a girl. Portraying a double standard.
Double standard, okay. Well, what about you and your home life, yelling at your wife all the time, and then going out and being a completely different person in front of other people? How's that for a double standard?
Yesterday you had on your station one ambassador, former Labour MP, a
Not the same thing.
previous MP.
Anyway,
Not the same thing.
so Jesus Christ is the only person that can set me free of this.
He said that just because Labour had a new leader, it was still the old broken party machine, and that they are a long way from being ready to govern. An extremely strong statement from a former Labour minister. The party who has managed the economy well through
I've
earthquakes,
noticed
international
just
financial
recently
problems, and
you've
every
been
other,
getting more
which
brazen
thing-
with what you're wearing and coming out
thing
in, instead of
That's because I'm documenting it. But
documentary. It's not a eyewash. Cod's
that's
wallet.
a different thing altogether.
Cod's wallet. Burn the jolly stuff.
So if I burn the stuff, what's going to happen the next day after the church burns the stuff? I go out and
Go and get some male apparel and start wearing it. Oh, that's another thing I want to say is for the wedding, get
no, we've got wedding stuff from Helen's wedding. Helen's already got the rules for the Angela's wedding.
Who?
Helen, she's already done the rules. That's all in the past.
What do you mean the rules?
Helen's already done the rules. You remember at Ellen's wedding, I had to dress up as a guy, and she did my hair and got the clothes and everything. So I'll just do the same thing for Angela's wedding. Same rules apply.
Yeah,
I know that.
But a proper shirt with a collar and a
It's
nice.
all in the wardrobe.
And a nice.
Whatever I wore to Ellen's
Well, I've forgotten what you
wedding, we all had the same gear. So that's all taken care of.
And get your hair trimmed.
No, then I would kill myself.
No, you won't.
I would kill myself.
No, you wouldn't.
So you want me to die before you die?
No.
Is what you're saying?
No, just cut your hair.
So you want me to kill myself?
No, just cut your hair. And be
You
a
want me
man.
to kill myself?
Be what God...
Why do you want me to kill myself? There's a question for you.
Why?
Why do you want me to kill myself? I was raised as a girl,
Why are
so
you...
my brain is all messed up. So if I cut my hair, I'd kill myself.
You know the story of creation. Why are you trying to prove God?
I was raised as a girl,
Why are you trying
and
to...
you're wanting me to cut my hair.
Why are you trying to prove God made a mistake when He made everything perfect, even you? And
Yeah, that's-
and you've gone. It's all. What's her name got into you?
No, I was raised as a girl.
No, raised as a girl.
So how do you get around that?
No, you were not raised as a girl.
I was raised as a girl.
Not in my house. You might have next door, and when you went over and changed.
Tell me something,
But,
John. Why
didn't you put a stop to it?
I didn't know it was going on. I told you.
I will assume that you are a
And Mum never did. Mum know anything about it?
I don't know.
Probably not, because you're a very sneaky type of person you've become.
That's, yeah, see,
Yeah. You,
when children are being sexually abused, they're told, oh, that's the other thing. They're told, you know, if you tell your parents, we're going to kill you. So that's why you don't tell children. But the other thing, the most important thing, is why I'm so afraid of you, is I was raised at 46 Southern Crescent as children should be seen and not heard, right?
yeah.
So I don't talk to you because I'm afraid of you for that reason. So my main problem is I have to wait for you to start talking before I can say anything. So if I've done something, you'll never know about it because I'm too afraid to tell you.
But that was the way everybody operated back in the old days.
Yeah.
And that was the saying. Children should be heard,
Seen and not heard.
I
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
pulled somebody up when they were talking about
It
Maori,
wasn't just me.
and I said
It went on from generation to generation. That was the way they were brought up.
Are not all the same.
But that's...
And I said
You're
there are
putting
plenty of
something
Maori
onto
who-
me
who have-
only.
who have worked all
No,
their
it's
lives. I
because I was probably because I was what was happening next
You
door.
will never look.
This whole other thing,
I mean, I've treated
it all got
David and
blurred.
Mark the same.
Yeah, but they weren't sexually abused,
When
so that's irrelevant.
I get included in a group,
Growing up in a environment where the dad is yelling at the mum constantly and I'm
you're included in,
hiding away in my bedroom,
that doesn't apply to me.
I'm just terrified of you in general for that reason.
Well, they're nowhere near what they used to be, John.
So this is why I'm telling you this. So the main issue is you need to ask me for help because I'm too scared to help you. So every time you need your toenails done or you need help with anything, you have to ask me.
That's the way that the world works.
That's the only way it's going to work because I was raised that way.
Thank you. And good on you for the work that you're doing, by the way. 22 to 11, News Talk Sydney. And now, if you are sick of breaking your smartphone
Anyway.
dropping it all because of water damage, listen up because...
Time's running out, so...
There are videos doing the rounds of rugged...
Turning point.
smartphones, or new
You
rugged
should listen
smartphones
to,
being dropped off buildings.
And while we're at it,
Submerged in swimming
I
pools.
can start the next big
Phones are flying out the door from the outdoor phone store. Ian Wishart, what does a phone actually
whatever you call it, we're going to go through. It's all around cooking. Now, the problem with the cooking is I can cook. Something that you don't know is that I can cook. But I'll never cook for you because there's too many rules and there's too many... I'm still afraid of you. It's the whole issue again. So the only way I could cook for you is if I did it while you were asleep in bed. So there's the next hurdle that we're going to get through.
Well, if that's the case, I think you can forget about cooking. For me, you just feed yourself,
And what's the difference?
and I'll do likewise. Because I can't see anything wrong with what I'm doing in the cooking line.
Oh, that's okay then.
Mum used to do the same, and my mother used to do the same. And
If you want a rugged phone, Google the Outdoor Phone Store. We're the one-stop shop for outdoor phones, really. I've got
what is so strange that I do?
thinking it's for finally.
So yeah, I just can't cook with you around. You have to be asleep because there's so many rules. Use this spoon, use this cup, blah 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 blah. Put this in, put that in. So it's never going to happen.
No, that's because you're too hit and miss.
You may miss out.
You know?
That's expiring today.
So who uses these rugged phones?
The majority of our customers.
And if you've got a certain cup
if you've got a pretty little
for
smartphone
measurement,
with an S
use
somewhere
that
along
cup.
the line,
It's
you
all
know how fragile
helping.
the phone is.
Yeah, but it doesn't help me because it's
No,
it won't help me.
no, it won't help you.
Farm
You're,
work, fishing, security, forest,
So I'm going to start cooking meals
dirt, water, water higher than usual.
when you're asleep.
So how waterproof are they?
They are IP68 rated, so if your boat sinks, you can
How's that sound?
into your pocket phone to help. You can use them in rain, thunderstorms, or snow. They're a great phone for farmers or subbies because if they drop in the mud or worse, you can simply wash them off. And the other great thing is they carry two SIM cards.
you
so
don't eat
can
what I
use
cook
both
anyway.
or
You're
start
you're
with the same phone.
not permitted. You keep telling me
Yeah,
so.
but I've only told you that because of this other issue.
They're always in touch as long as one of the networks is.
It's the only way to get around the issue.
It's great for travelers.
Yeah, it is. It means you can keep your New Zealand SIM and your New Zealand phone number.
So I'll be cooking at night anyway, just as long as you know, because it may be the only way to do it.
Battery life?
No, well then you'll be keeping me awake
All right.
at night. I'll be thinking you're burning down the place, or
All right, so we can put the cooking thing on hold.
yeah, put it on hold. You go and buy your filled rolls or whatever, and I'll have my lamb shank casserole
So,
Yep.
whatever.
Information.
Just call us 0800 747
I've only got to
0800 747 007. Leave us your details.
see this year out, and I think that'll be the end of me.
And answer any questions you have. Or you can check out the webpage and watch the torture test videos there, I must see, at www.theoutdoorphoneshop.com.
Alright, so if you've got any questions about the new outdoor phones, call Ian 0800 747 007.
Once the eyes go completely, I'll have to go to a
phoneshop.com.
rest home or whatever. So you'll have to go find your own abode.
007, 18 to 11. When I was at school, the population was 2.5 million. They said that New Zealand